Son, enjoy your visit, he told me. Again, with that same happiness I couldn't quite wrap my head around. It made me wonder what his drug of choice was. There had to be something. Otherwise, how could he stand it? My shoes walked the walk, heading down the hall and to my left. A path I was so familiar with, I could find my way blindfolded. The entire sprint only took a minute, but my feet were sluggish in their efforts, and it seemed to drag on. Before I entered Mom's room, I felt around in my pocket for the smooth stone again, clasping it as if it were a lifeline. Prior to her illness, she used to take me to the river frequently, and we'd skip stones. It was one of my favorite memories, and I would hold on to it as long as I could. With a shaky breath, I turned the handle and stepped inside, only to be blasted by bright rays of sunshine exploding into the room. The curtains were drawn, and she was sitting by the window. Glare from the sunlight casted a warm glow on her wavy brown hair. "Hey, Mom," I greeted. Her head swiveled. The lack of recognition in her gaze, coupled with her stoic expression, made my heart wither. "Charles, is that you?" The corners of her eyes crinkled as she squinted, but then a smile overtook her features. "Charles, where on earth have you been?" Sadness exited my chest on a ragged exhale. I gave her a kiss on the cheek, then pulled up a chair beside her. "No, Mom, it's Vance." She glared at me with deep blue eyes that resembled mine. "Charles, stop trying to play tricks on me. I'm already mad enough that you didn't come by last night to pick me up for the movie. I got all dressed up and waited by the door." My heart sunk in my chest. Charles is my father, but I have no idea what she was referring to, and if this was a real memory or not. "Charles, I'm talking to you. Did you hear me?" She scooped her dark hair over her shoulder and waved a trembling hand, fanning it in front of her face. "Boy, it's awfully warm in here. Would you mind letting some air in, honey?" "Sure." I leaned forward and cranked the window open. The slight breeze wafted in, carrying with it the smell of freshly cut grass and flowers in bloom. Sitting back down, I fiddled with the rock in my jacket, as my teeth gripped my lip repeatedly. "Mom," I said again. My voice cracked as I took her hand in mine. "It's Vance, your son." "Vance," she whispered, as I searched for a flicker of clarity in her eyes. The same one I prayed for every time I came here. The force of my stare willed her to remember the countless times I asked her to read Where the Wild Things Are, the secret Saturday trips to get an ice cream for breakfast, Sunday morning cinnamon rolls. But all that was gone. When I glanced at her now, there was an emptiness that made my heart crack open. It made me want to crawl onto her lap and shake her until all the memories came spilling out. But then she shook her head as she spoke, and all the hope melted in my chest. "Charles, you know we don't have children." I painted on a smile and took her hand. "Would you like me to read you some poetry?" "Yes," she replied, her eyes glittering. I stood up to retrieve a book from the overstuffed shelf next to the small television. My gaze wandered to the various paintings on the walls, paintings she put her entire soul into, but now had no recollection she was the genius who created them. Something inside me that was already broken managed to shatter even more. I wondered how God could be so fucking cruel, giving us beautiful memories only to take them away. After all, what are we without them? Then I glanced up at the ceiling, praying to that same God I cursed that I never had to find out.
Chapter 1. Ember. Present day. The current is rough, splashing over the side of the raft. The sheer force of it makes my heart pound as I watch from the edge of the river. It looks like it could toss bodies around as if stirring a soup. Zach is smiling, though. He loves the